Analysis of the Clinton Foundation. Joining us from Washington, Katherine here in New York City. Juan Williams, both of Fox News analysts. Sorry. So you just heard that you can pretty much write off anything you want, especially when you have $2 billion coming in.
That's unbelievable.
You can fly around the world in private jets. You can eat at the best restaurants. You can go golfing, and if you're discussing policy on the golf course at Pebble Beach. And I'm not accusing the Clintons of doing anything. I want everybody to know that. Okay, that's not what I'm in business to do here. What I'm in business to do is hold people accountable for what they do. So the FBI has got to step in, and they've got to look at this thing, because there are just too many tentacles all over the world, too many deals that were made in private business that come off the Clinton Foundation. Do you disagree?
I do. Funniest thing is, I agree with your premise, which is there are too many tentacles and there's too much going on. But, Bill, I'd say to you, where's the smoking gun? Do you want me to start investigating everybody that we have suspicions about?
Everybody? We're talking about the former Secretary of State and the former president.
Correct.
And the woman is going to run for president. And you don't think the FBI should take a look at this? Just to reassure the American people that nothing was done? The FBI looked at Menendez. You know Menendez, right? They looked at him, right? It's some low-level creep. All right? So creepy doctor who was bringing in some hookers. And so Menendez is indicted. That's a low-level beef, Juan.
No.
Okay? Looked at the governor of Virginia, as Charles Krauthammer pointed out. This was a $100,000 beef, and the guy wanted some promotion for some cosmetic. This is small ball. This is huge. And you're saying no FBI investigation?
I'm saying to you, I remember when conservatives got upset if they thought the IRS was going after someone for political reasons. Why would you go after a person who has been in public life, Clinton, either the former president or possibly the future president, unless you had some convincing evidence of wrongdoing? Where's the smoking gun?
You don't get any evidence unless you investigate. Right, Katherine? Don't you have to investigate before the evidence surfaces?
Yes, I agree with you on that, and I appreciate you asking the FBI on it. Like Charles Krauthammer, I'm going to say that I wouldn't count on anything. And I also think that, by the way, the IRS, which spent a bunch of time going after people for political reasons, investigating tiny little 501c3s.
But that's against the law. They're not supposed to do that.
Right, but these also raise red flags, like real red flags for the IRS to say, hey, what is your classification about here, and what are you actually spending on when you get to these numbers of Clinton Foundation spending 10 to 15% on charitable giving and 60% unaccounted for or unenumerated.
There's a lot of questions that have to be asked. But why do you say the FBI is not going to do it? I think Comey's an honest guy, is he not?
Look, I do think that if this were a Republican involved with this foundation, that you would
then you're saying
probably
he's
have an
dishonest.
investigation.
You're saying Comey is an ideologue, and then you're saying he's not an honest man.
I want you to restore my faith, Bill, and I'm going to see what happens. But look, here's the thing. Aside from the investigation, let me also say that even if you take Bill Clinton at his word and he says that they didn't do anything knowingly inappropriate or nothing sinister, which is not a great defense to begin with, but if you take them at their word on that, the appearance of impropriety and the lack of best practices in filing their returns to the IRS, where they left millions in foreign donations off of the list, these are huge problems in and of themselves.
The pledge she signed with Obama not to accept the foundation.
So here's where I come out on this. I think that the two of you are making some points, but look, we agree. Ethically, something's wrong.
No, you don't agree. You don't want to find out.
I do want to find out.
Well, then you have to bring in the best agency to find out.
Now, you got to wait on the press to find it.
If I said to you, Bill, I'm going to investigate you up and down. I don't know that you've done anything wrong, Bill, but I think a man of your stature, we got to check you out. And don't forget,
probable cause.
No, it's not. That's called harassment.
No. There's enough stuff there
to harass somebody that you don't want to be president.
Certainly enough stuff there to launch an investigation. Everybody knows that. All right. Go ahead. Last word, Ms.
Well, the good news is that the press has been interested in this. It's a very drip story. There will be more questions. They got to force her to answer them, and we'll find out more through that form of investigation.
Yeah, well, that's true.
I don't know anybody's going to force her to do anything.
Did you think it was funny though when he said he did this to pay his bills?
What?
Oh my God.
Okay.
They're broke.